Tommy Eichenberg, I love in the 5th round as a productive linebacker. I think Laube has a chance to be a pass game contributor at running back. And then Trey Taylor, Ed Reed's cousin.
Yeah, there you go.
Safety Trey Taylor out of Air Force. As I tweeted a couple weeks before the draft, I said, man, I want this dude on day 3. Flies around the field, very productive football player, model guy that you could steal at pick 223 in round 7. Absolutely love that pick.
Laube rhymes with Wowby. I mean, he could be a serious factor in that backfield. Remember, they lost Josh Jacobs, obviously, in the offseason, so they have Zamir White and Alexander Madison ahead of him on the depth chart. Number one, neither of those guys are amazing as receiving options, which is where Laube is going to make his first impression. But neither one of them are necessarily going to keep you away from putting him on the field and rundowns either. Like, that guy could be a serious contributor just because that backfield doesn't look great.
The Las Vegas Raiders had one of the most interesting 2024 NFL drafts. Came out of here with a lot of talent. I mean, right away, Brock Bowers and Jackson Powers-Johnson scream off the page in terms of overall potential and value where they got him. You know, Brock Bowers was a consensus top 5 player, but they get him at 13. And Jackson Powers-Johnson was a consensus first-round pick that went in the 2nd. I think these two guys are going to be massive. We broke down a video on what they're going to add, but in this video, I want to break down a couple of guys I think could be insanely good for the Raiders down the line. Number 1, Tommy Eichenberg. Number 2, Dylan Laube. Number 3, Trey Taylor. All of these guys bring a certain type of mindset, fight, hunger, and a will to want to win football games. We're going to break down why they are perfect fits here in Las Vegas. Now, the first guy I really want to break down here is Tommy Eichenberg. Now, this guy is going to be a very unique player here for the Raiders. You think about a Robert Spillane type, he is the exact, clone of Robert Spillane. And we know how good of a player he was for the Raiders last season. This is going to be really, really a good addition here for the Raiders. Now, as you see on this play here, he's going to absolutely shoot the gap, but read and react to the play. So I want to break this down one more time. So again, you see him in the middle of your screen right here. He is going to read and react to the quarterback and the running back. In Nebraska, they run a lot of RPOs, a lot of run-pass options, right? So you got to be able to read and react to what the offense is doing, and that is exactly what he does here. Shoots into the gap and makes a big play on the running back, okay? So again, watch this play here as Tommy Eichenberg, boom, reads, reacts, shoots the gap, gets past the offensive lineman trying to block him, and comes in here for a big-time wrap-up in the backfield. This is a thing that Tommy Eichenberg is going to be able to bring to this Raiders team from day one. Now, I don't know if he's going to be a day one starter, but he gives me the faith, the hope that he could be not only a starter, but a big-time player at the NFL with not only his mindset, but the willingness to throw his body into blockers, create lane traffic. He's developed good feel for his keys and blocking scheme. Possesses background to handle core special teams as well, which is another reason I think Tommy Eichenberg could be a big-time player right away. All right, here's a really nice play by Tommy Eichenberg as well. You see him lined up here at the middle of the field. He's going to blitz in, get right to the quarterback, and make an impact on the play right away. Just making sure he has no time to throw this ball. And this is just another thing you love to see about him. His ability to just get in there. He's got good speed, good willingness to just get into the backfield and make a play on the quarterback. And quite frankly, if you go down the line, you see a lot of plays where he makes an impact. So the first play we watched him, make a play on the running back in the backfield. We just watched him get to the quarterback, and then on this play he's going to drop back into a little bit of a coverage, and boom, play it absolute perfectly here. I want to play this one more time for you guys just so you guys can see the entirety of the play, but just sits in his zone here. I believe he is this man right here. So again, watch him just drop back into his zone coverage and kind of just sit back, right? Kind of sit into a zone here and read and react to the quarterback's eyes. When you're in a zone coverage, this is exactly what you need to do. And again, Tommy drops back, reads underneath the receiver, and boom, right? Steps up. He's two guys. You got this guy running a little bit of a drag, and then this guy coming out the backfield. Boom, steps up, quarterback makes a bad decision, and Tommy Eichenberg's there for the interception, and then brings it back as well for a decent amount of yardage, maybe even a touchdown touchdown as well. So listen, I love what this dude brings. Now, before we get any further into this video, before we break down Trey Taylor and also Dylan Laube as well, make sure you guys do me a favor, hit that like button just so we can get this video out to more Raiders fans around the world. But also subscribe if you're new. Join the family. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Raiders all year long. So make sure you guys are here. Also, comment down a number 2 if you guys want me to do more film breakdown throughout the entirety of the offseason for the Raiders. Training or rookie minicamp is coming up. And I was planning on doing a bunch of those videos for you guys. So hit the like button, subscribe. Check out, the Twitch as well. And let's get right back into the video. Now, the Raiders were also able to get a safety here in Trey Taylor out of Air Force, actually Ed Reed's cousin. Now, this is a guy who could do a couple of different things, right? Obviously, right away to start off, his football character, his on and off the field presence as a human are really, really good. No bad character signs. I mean, the man played for Air Force, right? So obviously, right away, you look at what he can do as a leader, a good teammate. He's right there, right? But he also possesses the size and the build of an NFL safety, right? Most safeties have, a build similar to Trey Taylor, which I think could be huge. Watch him explode off the edge here, destroy the running back, get to the quarterback, and get a little bit of sack here. This is a guy who's not afraid to put his body on the line for his teammates, just drives right in here, makes a play on the football. I mean, this is huge. You want to see guys be able to, just have the confidence, right? Have the confidence to get in there and make a big-time play on the quarterback, right? Now, also, that's not it. He's also takes proactive downhill shots to beat blockers like we just saw there versus the running back. Absolutely just explode into him, make sure he has no chance. He's got fluid 45-degree pedal to slide. He could step in and compete for a role as a core special team player right away, but also I think he's got the potential to be a big-time player down the line. Again, I don't think he's going to be a day one starter. I don't think that's what they brought him in here to do. All right, now watch this play here. Another beautiful play here by Trey Taylor. Reed reacts to the running back and gets in here for a nice little stop in the backfield. These are things you want to see. We want to see him be able to react to the quarterback's eyes, what the quarterback is doing. Boom, nice little RPO. Quarterback's going to keep it here, gets to the outside, and boom, Trey Taylor is there for a big-time hit. I mean, let me take that off the screen here. But again, you can see how versatile of a guy he is, right? Reed reacts, notices the quarterback is keeping the ball, right? If he gave the running back the football, you got to really get to the outside here, read it perfectly, gets right by the blockers, and boom, nails the quarterback with the big hit, man. These are things we want to see. And here we go, goal line formation here for the offense. Trey Taylor going to make an unbelievable stop. Reed react, an absolute attack the C-gap here. Boom, gets right in, and now the power, the strength to, push this guy backwards by yourself for the majority of those couple of seconds. I mean, this guy, like I said, I think he's got potential to be a big-time player, but right off the bat as a 7th-round draft pick, I think he's got the ability to be a day one ace on special teams, especially with this new, kickoff rule here. Quarterback gets outside the pocket, looks like he's in man-to-man coverage. Quarterback under pressure, just going to throw it up there. Big mistake. Trey Taylor going to adjust to the football, get it, and take it the other direction. I mean, beautiful play here by Trey Taylor. And here's another one. Going to get a little bit of a trick play. Boom. Little end around. Look at how beautiful he reads this, dude. I mean, unbelievable, right? Beautiful play. Contains the edge. We see him right away. Look at this. This is simple for him. Contains the edge. Make sure if, this running back or the quarterback wants to keep it, there's nowhere for him to go, with this football. So, boom, right away, contains the edge, gets around 84, and then, boom, 84 is like, all right, let me just hope he gets by him. Nope, it's going to be a big 6-yard loss. What a tackle there by Trey Taylor. This dude can do everything for you. I love this draft pick. One of my favorite. Guys, give me a letter grade down below for the end of the draft for the Raiders. The last 4 or 5 picks, what do you give a grade?
Fired up. I cannot wait. I think Vegas is a perfect spot. When that call happened, I mean, I was juiced up. For me and my family, it was a huge honor. In my call with GM and Coach Pierce, I said, you're getting a dog. And I think that's kind of who I've been since day one.
Lastly, there's Dylan Laube. Now, this is one of my favorite draft picks. Probably going to be a day one friend of Aiden O'Connell, man. A legitimate route runner from the slot in the backfield. He's effective when setting up blocks as well. Able to have a big impact of games out of the backfield. And you look at a guy like Austin Eckler. I'm not comparing him, but this is a guy who was drafted late in the draft. You have Tom Telesco, who actually signed Austin Eckler as undrafted free agent. They do similar type of things here. And not only is he a big-time pass catcher, but this dude's got speed, he's got a burst, He's got the ability to hit the open hole and just go. Never look back. Go north, 100% of the time. Just go north, right? That's something he really would bring to the table here. And look at the speed, man. The speed is underrated. A dog, a guy that wants to work hard, win games. He was a do-it-all small school prospect with versatility and production that could create a roster or create a mismatch in the backfield. I mean, this dude is going to be extremely fun. And I think also what he brings is some special teams versatility, right? New dynamic. This guy's gonna be pretty good. I think a lot of people are gonna be a little bit surprised with the work he's gonna be able to bring to this team, maybe even right away. And then you look at the vision that he has as an actual runner. We talked about how good of a pass catcher he could be, and I think he will be probably the best pass catcher on the team. Obviously, you have Amir Abdullah, but this guy's different, man. I think they're going to want to utilize him right away. Now, look at his IQ and his kind of ability to read, which hole to pick. Obviously, you can probably go straight here, but right away, this is a play that's made to go kind of like this, right? But instead, he picks his hole. He chooses, all right, let me actually cut back this way and get an open lane here. Boom, cuts up there. Now, at this point in time, what he needs to do is find a way to get around this safety right here. How can we get around this guy and turn this into a bigger play? Well, let's see what he does here. Boom, gets to the outside, makes another big-time one cut, and boom, now he has a blocker out here. He just needs to find this guy, get over here, and just follow your blocks. Ready? Boom. Now getting to the outside. I mean, this is unbelievable here by Dylan Laube. Uses a little bit of a stiff arm, but does get taken down. But you can already tell the potential he has as a pass catcher, but even a route or a running back in the backfield as well. I don't think there's a lot of things that can keep Dylan Laube off the football field from day one. And here's probably the last play I want to show you guys here. Just another really good play by Dylan Laube. They're going to get some pre-snap motion here by number 6. Get across the formation. We have the safety dropping down, which means you have one deep safety here. If you can get to the outside, you might be able to take this to the crib, right? So, boom. Right off the bat, what do we notice here? Well, there's a lot of guys penetrating off this right side here. So, obviously, right away, we got to figure out a way to get left. Okay, that is exactly what he does here. Boom, steps up, one cut to the outside. Now he's just going to simply follow his blocker. Now, one thing you're going to notice here is he fakes like he's going to go up the middle of the field, but then last second cuts outside. It makes these guys here kind of commit to going inside as well. And look how perfectly this works out for him right now. Boom, cuts in. These guys committed inside. He's now going outside, and now he's got the breakaway speed that nobody can catch him at all. This dude has everything you want in a running back, and they got him in the 7th round. I mean, or 6th round maybe. I don't even remember what round it was. But either way, this is a guy who can really get things going quickly. I think he's going to be a special teamer. I think he's going to be a receiving back, but I think he'll eventually work his way up into being maybe even a full-time running back in terms of being able to take it on, in between the 20s, receiving back, but also, he's got the power and strength to be a goal line back at times as well, man. I think this was one of the best picks of the draft, in my opinion. Now, before we head out of here, guys, do me a big favor, hit that like button just so we can get this video out to more Raiders fans around the world. Subscribe if you're new, join the family. We will be covering the Raiders throughout the entirety of the offseason. Look at this kick return. Again, this guy can do it all. This guy can literally do it all, man. So, hey, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you in the next Raiders update. Peace.